All right, peace, peace, peace. Well, first and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house has blessing y'all day, man. Uh, by mercies you aren't consumed. We're live in the Most High in your house has body, and two, we're naturally live, man. I just want to get into this, real quick. My bad, y'all. Y'all see me do this, man. Like, this has been something I've been doing for ever since I was younger, man. Like when I just twirl like pens and highlighters, it's just like I don't know why it just helps me keep me focused, or it can distract me. Can do both, but that's probably like I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, man, I want to go into this, man, because like what. And this is more something like with our people, man. Like and also too, man. This is aspect of the evil eye. Like one of the evil eye towards the Most High in your house shot. Like because you hate your brother, you hate them. That's one thing too. But also too, you hate your brother, hate them too. But also too, that's the aspect of the evil eye. Like in one of the curses as well. Like that's very prevalent as well. That's kind of also too that goes into being covetous, because one, you're being covetous because the Most High Yahshua, or they're hating because not being thankful for what you even have right now. So and that and also too this aspect, and this is something that our people do, man. It's just hiding out, man. Like we just it's all prophecy, man. Of course, but it's happening in ancient world. It's happened just throughout history. But I'm just gonna talk about this aspect of us like just scamming each other, man. Like being scammers, man. Because that's a big thing, man. Because the one not me, but my people I know been scammed. I've been scammed. It's that at the end of the day, it's not worth it, man. Because the word says, man, if you do that, man, you're like a bloodshedder, man. Actually, somebody I was talking to, a very dear friend, friend of mine, man. She how she got in her situation, man. She was she was scammed, or she was defrauded, her people's kind of was there. Her damn scam was taken from her, man. So that's all part of the evil eye, when you that's part that's the aspect of it, because we're gonna look at this in Proverbs chapter 28 and 22. It says, "He that is hasty to be rich hath an evil eye." Exactly, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon them. So yeah, man. A lot of times too, when people even Proverbs goes into, man, when a lot of times you have people, just some people they're out there listen, that they just they just hold their money they're what's the word, like misers, or what's the word I'm looking for, you know yeah, they're like that. They just hold their money and don't do anything else, but they hold their money. But they're so stupid. But they never end up getting rich or what they want to do, man. But not realizing that the Most High Yahshua said, listen, people that lose, also too, people even without the word, because that's how much the Most High Yahshua follow their own principles. That's just who they are. Because listen, if you talk with most of the time, with majority of rich people or billionaires or wealthy people, then most of them, they'll say, listen, I just give away money. So some of it's tax right off, but also sometimes most of them, they give away their money. Most of the time they in their mind, they don't know that's of the Lord. They'll get the Most High and Yahshua bless you tenfold for that. Not all the time too, because of what they're into, the lifestyle, or that they don't even believe in the Most High Yahshua. But that's an aspect of that too, because when you ever do that, the Most High Yahshua is always gonna take care of you or increase you even more. Not always, but majority of the time. But some of the time they're gonna do that with certain people, because they know okay, they know what that person or that person, their spirit, their character, what they're gonna do with it. They're gonna look out for and help other people. That's what it's true. In the word, out the word, man. So because even Proverbs goes into that, man. But I want to get into this, man, because a lot of times too, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 22. 28 through 22. He that hasteth to be rich have an evil eye. Consider it not that poverty shall come upon him. So yeah. And that's just is what it is too, man. Also, I'm rewatching, I said, The Wire, man. That's what you call him, D'Angelo Barksdale. I'm forgetting the actor's name, but he even said that, man. He said, listen, man, that's why, because his heart really wasn't in the game like that, man. Seriously, it kind of never was, but he just kind of inherited that because it's the family name. But he said, listen, man, our people scamming each other, doing each other dirty in the game. He said, listen, the only good thing about it is money, but Proverbs even says, when you get money like that, it's usually depending on the person, for the most part, some people, they just don't care at all. They'll just take it and they don't care. They'll keep doing it at all. It's not going to affect their conscience at all. But some people, it gets them man, it just don't even feel good anymore, man. It's it'd be like Proverbs says, gravel in the mouth, man, getting money that way. And a lot of times too, that's why that money doesn't even last long like that. But yeah, like he said though. But let's read this Proverbs 28:22. It says, "He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and consider not that poverty shall come upon him." So yeah, awesome too, man. Um, um, yeah, man. Also too, what was I gonna say? Yeah, man. That's just is what it is, man. Like yeah. Shoot, let's get Deuteronomy 20 because I lost my train of thought, man. Because yeah, man, that's the only thing about it too, man. It's a lot of times too that slang be like all that, man. That's part of the evil eye, man. Because like and we like to cause harm with not we don't love each other because one we don't love the Most High Yahushua, two we not loving each other, not gentle with each other this love without dissimulation. We trying to rob each other, scam each other, do each other dirty. But that's all prophesied because the world is waxing colder, like Yahushua said. But it's the aspect of too of scamming, man. Because it's a lot I shoot hear other people other stories my brothers sisters whether in the word out the word in the word and shoot in the word and out the word being scammed, man. It's just sad, man. It is, man. And it is too. That's like Shannon Sharp said. Even the word says, man. I think no, yeah, I'm gonna grab that inside right too for a bit. But like Shannon Sharp said, he said, listen, man, it's either mother or grandfather, grandmother told me this. The people told me this. He said, listen, man, there's a certain place that a friend can take you that money can't go, man. There's certain places that that money can't. Certain places that love can take you, like that brotherly love or the Most High House's love, godly love can take you rather than money. So and don't get wrong, it's not the money. That's what I always say to my pop, man. That one of the most misunderstood scriptures is that First Timothy 6:10, man. It's the love of money. It's the covetousness of it. It's not money itself, because the word goes into money and the good things of it. And how it's a good thing, how it's a strong defense, and how alms can help, and all that stuff, man. So it's really like the Proverbs 16, like the Most High House I said, I look into the hearts of men. So Proverbs chapter 28 verse 54, it says, "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave." So yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. So and this happens a lot with our people, man. Let's get this all right. 39, real quick, man. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got to write that down too. I mean, not 39, 34, I'm sorry. It says, he that taketh away his neighbor's living, slayeth him, and he that defrauded the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. Yeah, exactly, man. So, yeah, exactly. You know what it is too, because the Most High Yahushua will never do nothing like that, man. Spiritually, man. Because listen, then Yahushua said the laborers are few. In Revelation, they said, they said, listen, you get rest from your labors, man. So yeah, the Most High Yahushua would never do that, man, because defraud somebody of their that's why it says he's not slack to forget your works, man. They would never do something like that, man. You get rest from your labors. That's like that Luke 11, like Yahushua said, if you ask him all these good things and one, if you're faithful to him, will he give you a scorpion? Will not if you walk in the Spirit, stay in the Spirit, living according to the promises, and you stay faithful, will he not do that? So yeah, man, that's why on the spiritual tip, man. So and don't get it twisted though too, because listen, the Most High House, they do what they want, but they just operate by their own principles, man. Because listen, we're brought with the price. It's not Romans 4, of debt, man. The works is of and that's the thing too. That's what coming from the law and the testimony and the new covenant standpoint, man. You realize the grace and mercy that we're in consume, man. Is that's going to faith in the Most High House is going to get you saved, not anything that any works that I do, or anything me keeping the law or any works of that. I mean, of course, that's a part of that's just my duty, like Ecclesiastes says, but it's just not. Yeah, it is what it is though. But I'm saying that on a spiritual tip. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defrauded the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. So yeah, man, he like a murderer like that. It says you kill the son before the eyes, man. That's just it is what it is, man. Yeah. So so let's grab this. It was something else, a point I had to make. But yeah, man, we always just want to scam each other, and like, that scamming, that's a new thing, man. Like, it's getting more advanced now. Cause listen, you know, it's getting more. It's like a new job or new hustle to people, man. A lot of people just live like, shoot, man. But also too, I had to take ownership of that, be more wisdom and certain due diligence of like, can't be too hasty, because no, that's actually part of me. Like, why when the last time I got scammed, that's my fault, because I was too hasty on something. I was just going to, and even my homie told me like, yeah, man, don't do that, man. You gotta just give it a break. Don't because actually, Cyrax 37. Let's go, but like Cyrax says, man, because this is during the time I was like, searching for a place and all that stuff. But yeah, man, because that's why But most people, how they end up like like with the Wolf of Wall Street, or most of those people too. Not, and that doesn't absolve like people like a Jordan Belfort or anybody that does scams throughout history or does those things. It doesn't absolve them at all. But they play on your lust. It's with the covetousness. That's what they play on. So that's why Sirach 31 says this: watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Yeah, exactly. So that's just it is what it is, man. Was sleep, rest, and we gonna get Judas in a minute, man. So what was that? Watch the rot, waiting for riches consuming the flesh, and that happened to Judas, man. It's not the what you call them, it wasn't the riches of the kingdom. It was the earthly riches, man. It was the worldly riches. But the care thereof, what the cares of the world, drive away sleep. And what's part of sleep? Rest. And then Yahweh shall come to give us rest. On this side and the next side. So yeah, we're gonna look at that, man. But that on the natural tip, that's just is what it is too. And that's how I got. That's why I gotta learn from that, man, to not be too hasty with things, man. Be patient. It says wait, cause then pray like to Most High Yahweh that's getting taken care of already. And I get it. Too, on a natural tip, I get it too, man. Cause listen, like Baruch 3 and 8, man. We're in the land of our captivity, man. Subject to the payments, man. All these bills and rent is raising. People just making it by. So yeah, I get it. But listen, man, it's because it's natural to worry in that aspect. This has a flesh and blood human, but that's where our faith kicks in the Most High Yahweh. But it says, watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. So yeah, let's grab let's look at this in the Proverbs 28:24 in the Good News translation, man. Yeah. I mean to even get the where's the other where am I? Oh, okay, it's under here. I'm grabbing this. Cause yeah, that's why it says Oh yeah, I can read in this translation. Whoso robbeth his father and mother, saith there is no transgression, the same as the companion of a destroyer. So yeah, let's grab this Proverbs 28:24 in the Good News. It says anyone who thinks it isn't wrong to steal from his parents is no better than a common thief. So yeah, let's grab John 12:6 real quick, because listen, Judas robbed his father and mother, man. Because with that, man, let's get John chapter 10:6. It says, then he said, this he said, he cared not for the poor, because he was a thief and had the bag and bear it, and what was put therein. So yeah, because how did Judas rob his father? Because Yahushua's the Most High Yahusha, but one Yahushua's the everlasting Father in that aspect, and he doing what he did, for for those shekels of silver for the bag, but also too his mother, being Israel, being Jerusalem, man, that was his mother, and you did that. Part of that was being for Yah, even though it was written for Yahushua to get killed, for us to overcome sin and death, and and be free from this captivity, and die for the righteous and unrighteous part. But also he robbed his mother in that aspect, robbed Jerusalem as well, man, because that's iniquity, that's perversion for the word for your own gain. So that's what, and he purchased a field of it, man, because and just like we said earlier, how the Most High Yahusha weighs the hearts, that was a reason why too, because because listen, that's iniquity as well, man. When you pervert the word for your own gain, and that's why it says that in Acts. Let's grab that in Acts. like a field full of iniquity. You know, yeah. Acts 1:18. Now this man purchased a field with the war of iniquity, falling headlong, and he burst asunder in the midst, and all his bowels gushed out. So yeah, and also too, this is from volume 1 book. This is also goes to David's former counselor, that Ahithophel, that betrayed him, man. So when the betrayal of the king, both of them they hung themselves. So when his counselor betrayed David, he hung himself. And also to the son of David, when he betrayed Yahushua, he hung himself. So just looking at that in the gospel standpoint, but yeah, man. But that's just the iniquity. That's what it is, man. That's how he robbed his mother as well. But he robbed his father and mother. So. But yeah, man, it's nothing new, man. Let's just get to 2 Timothy real quick, man. Truce breakers, man. Yeah, let's grab that real quick, man. And we see this all scamming each other, do each other dirty, man. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 3 says, without natural affection, yeah, to go into that gentleness, not that love for one another, like we talked about earlier. Truce breakers, exactly. False accusers, incontinent, fierce. You know what that fierce is, man? Like pretty much being evil, wicked. That's how, when they say demon time, being this one be wicked. Despisers of those those that are good, following the Yahushua, the Most High Yahushua. That is good. So yeah, man, that's all part. But that part, I just want to go into scamming and how the evil eye, how that's like a branch in that, in that tree of the evil eye and the aspect. One, the evil eye to Most High Yahushua, and also two towards your brother and sister, man. I was actually talking about this. Man, I actually talking to people that did that, that had to do that, man. That's why it says this in Sirach 37, man. There's a lot of people that's been homeless, man, due to one loved ones, or that stole from them, or that left them high and dry, or just just did them dirty when money came involved, man, scamming. Yeah, man. Because the sister I know, a friend of mine, and she that's how she ended up her situation, because a friend of hers for 11 years her and her significant other did that to her, man. But that's why it says stewardship. Let's grab that in Sirach. Where's that at, man? And also too, I remember having a homie years ago, man. They was living with this Edomite from the one day, don't you know, one day, they told me he's packed up and left. So all that stuff, all those bills and things, and they had to take care of that, man. And that goes into, I'm about to go into something else with that. So yeah. But no, that goes into a lot of times too, we talked about in the other video as well. That's why when these other nations had the people get incredulous when these other nations had to pay for what they did, it's just when you pay, say if you go in the restaurant, or even the example I just used with actual real life with my friends, or say if you go in a restaurant and you right out with your father and your mother, your peoples or your loved ones, man, and they leave, and but I'll say parents in this aspect, and they leave, and but that bill still has to be paid. You could say to the waiter or the waitress, they're gonna be okay, yeah, that's messed up, but somebody still gotta pay that. So I'm saying that in that aspect as well, but not to get too more off of the point, which I do a lot. Please forgive me. Yeah, but here's the point, man, because yeah, man, it's that defrauding and scamming, man. That there's a lot of people that situations have been bad because of that, man. Lost jobs, or lost livelihood because of that. But there's some people, I was telling her, listen, some people, they just don't care at all. There's that malicious and evil as hell. We're getting prideful as hell, that they'll never they'll never care or admit to that they were wrong. That's just who they are. It's kind of regular business for them. Two, you have people like that will kind of see that it's messed up, but still that pride getting away. Well, I had to do what I had to do. But then you have people that actually repent, and try to actually make it the right way. Now listen, that does happen. That is up to the other party to forgive them. Now you can forgive them, not mess with them anymore. But but yeah, it is somebody does that to you, or any type of wrong to you, okay, you can still forgive them, not to mess with them anymore, but listen, the word does tell us that. So let's get this Ecclesiastes, also known Sirach 29 verse 17. He that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger that deliver him. So yeah, many people that has done that, man. Like people that they actually taken care of, man. Like they just did they did them dirty, man. They shoot, some of them killed those people, man. Some of them scammed them, robbed them, or or just did them wrong, man. So, but shortship hath undone many of a good sake, shaking them as a wave of the sea. Mighty men had driven from their houses, so they wander among strange nations. So yeah, man. And that's what it is, man. You know how many people that happened to? Like, there's just off with their word. Somebody broke their vow, their word, or they scammed them, they robbed them, and they now the person is going house to house, place to place, like state to state, all types of stuff, or ended up somewhere, when but that goes to show you that life can change in a flash. That's how the Most High Yahweh does, man. So life can change, but also too, but it's how how that's part of how we if we ever in a situation, how we deal with it as well. But that's neither here nor there, man. Hopefully this is edifying for y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.